Shalom Akim, Jesus Wakama Kapash from GMS London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chachwadash. I want to give the honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with just a quick video. I've got a few articles here, just focusing on the digital economy and, how the elites are, looking to, create this digital economy as this place is falling apart, right? This is the new, or part of the snare that's going to entrap the people, man. This new system, okay? Because we keep telling you, man, okay, this new world order is about this new system. Okay, the elites are racing to. Okay, the old system is done its job. Okay, it's outdated, it's obsolete. Now the elites are looking to the NWO, and this all this digital economy plays its part. The days of cash and that and things like that, that's all over, right? Everything's gonna be digitized, okay, and you're gonna be stuck with it. Okay, you ain't gonna be no hybrid system where you can use both, and that's not the idea. All right, they're gonna get rid of this old system completely and have you on the digital. I remember when TVs were analog, right? Before we had a certain amount of time before all TVs had to switch over to digital, right? Your analog TV don't work now. Okay, it's gone, right? You can't, it has to be digitized in some way, some form of fashion, because you won't get the streams that the streams. You won't get the airing, right? You won't get the channels. You won't be able to watch them, right? Because you're on the old system. The old system is dead. Okay, you gotta upgrade to the digital to be able to use your TV, right? It's gonna be the same. Okay, you're gonna have to upgrade. Okay, the technology that you're on, the things that you interact with, right, in order to be able to have access to the system, the new system, right? And all these leaders, all these important people, rich and people with all these companies and that, they're all working, and these banks, right? They're all working towards this digital system, this new digital world, right? And it's a global thing. All right, so I've just got a couple of articles and a few scriptures, so to go through this quick. We're not going to read it all, right? But anyways, it's from imfconnect.org, okay, annual meetings, right? It says New Economy Forum, transforming fiscal policy through digital public infrastructure. It says countries leading the digital transformation of public finances are investing in digital public infrastructure, compromising digital building blocks such as digital ID. They want all your data, your information on digital databases. Okay, they don't want you to hold plastic and paper and all this stuff. Okay, they want a comprehensive digital data for you, like a better words, right? This is data such compromising digital building blocks such as digital ID, data sharing solutions, and e-payment systems, right? Payments, right? That's a big one, right? And it all concerns the market, the MOTB, right? This session will discuss the opportunities and challenges with DPIs with key speakers from government, development partners, and IMF staff. Right, so this is what they're all talking about, man. They're all on board. It's fast forward, full steam ahead with making this happen. All right, that's all these meetings are on about, right? So that's that one. Okay, just showing you there's this trend going on. Let's go this one first. This is a tweet from IMF News, probably the same thing. Says countries leading the digital transformation of public finances are investing in digital public infrastructure. Yeah, it's probably the same thing, right? Including digital ID, data sharing solutions, e-payment systems. What are the challenges and opportunities moving forward? All right, some people know what's going on, right? But This one. This one's UK specific. All right, from ERM News World or World News, right? It says UK government approves electronic trade documents bill that aims to digitize documents using blockchain technology. Okay, we've all been mentioning the blockchain, the CBDCs, and all of that, right? This is the technology that they're going to use to create the system. Making all the houses smart, the street lamps, the cities smart, right? And eventually, the people are the missing or the last final piece, right? You're the only thing that's not been upgraded yet, right? But how do you get upgraded? Well, you get implanted, right? You get that RFID, right? And now you can directly connect to all this infrastructure that's going on. All these gadgets and all these things, man. They can communicate with your chip and all this business, so you can be constantly monitored and tracked and all this stuff, right? You're the last piece. The infrastructure isn't complete without you. All right. So they're getting all this information on you for now, right? Until it's time to plug you in. All right, and then that system is complete. Right? But you're not in control of that system. Okay, this is what you're gonna understand or find out. Right? But for some, you think being a part of the system is better than not being part of it. But anyway, let's read some of this. So UK authorities have recently approved a new electronic trade documents bill that aims to leverage blockchain technology to digitize government documents. The bill seeks to bolster the idea of a paperless economy by making use of blockchain to print papers digitally. The UK government is actively setting a precedent for the rest of the world by adopting blockchain-savvy innovations. The UK authorities have recently green signalled a new electronic trade documents bill, which is set to officially digitize documents using blockchain technology. All right. The bill will make digital documentation legally recognized, reduce admin costs, they're going to get sacked on people, and make it easier for British firms to buy and sell internationally. Okay. The bill also places credible emphasis on carbon emissions and how the manufacturing of paper for documents has contributed heavily to increasing the overall carbon footprint in the region. Again, something you can blame ESO for. ESO is the root of all these problems that he talks about. He's the root, but he gonna make it sound like, we should be in this together, man. Everyone should do their part. No, maybe you should just be more ethical in the first place, man, and not do this bullshit. This is let's have a look. So the bill also puts a credible focus on the security and privacy of digital documents. Per the statement released, electronic papers are much easier to trace through blockchain and distributed ledger technology, which will holistically help the government in tracking records for future safekeeping. Yeah, everything's getting moved over, man. Okay, and like I said, eventually it'll be the people's turn to get moved over, because the old system won't exist no more. What you're used to, is going to be gone. Okay, money as you knew it is going to change. Just like when they phase out old money, it's like you can't use it no more. Eventually, it'll be all this fiat currency that's out there right now will be unusable, and you have to get these CBDCs. So our digital-first plans will make it easier for the country's firms to buy and sell around the world, driving growth, supercharging our economy, cutting carbon, and boosting productivity. We want to support businesses by cutting red tape and allowing them to sell goods and products globally without burdensome bureaucracy. The UK was central to establishing the international trade system in the 19th century, and we were once again leading the world in boosting global trade in 21st century. All right. But like I said, all of this is part of that snare, that cage that Esau is creating, trapping the people in this system. Okay, one, you can't operate outside of it. All right. So I'm going to read this from Psalm 64, start from verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? For the majority of these people, man, they don't really understand what's going on. What all of this means. Putting it all together. They just think, oh, they're just, slimlining processes and, making things more efficient, saving carbon emissions and blah, 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 blah. When it's much more than all that, man. That's not even the main reason of what, why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe part of it, but their main agenda isn't known. They don't let that out. You might get guys like, Klaus Schwab say, certain things, you own nothing and be happy and all this, all this business. They're letting but, for the simple, it's like, well, it can't be that bad, right? They surely wouldn't do what these other guys are saying they're going to do. Surely that's too mad, right? But it is, they are looking to do exactly that, and you won't have a choice in the man. By the time you get there, it's like you got no choices. Okay, you either get down or lay down. But people don't see the net that's around them, ready to nab them up. Right, it says verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. So these are all their plans. This is all these things that they're setting up for the end times. Okay, thinking that they're gonna, secure their kingdom, right, and make it an everlasting kingdom. Okay, but it's not to be. It's not to be, man. And the elect, we're on to you, man. We're on to Esau, right? He ain't fooling us. We don't understand what's going on, and that's why you ain't gonna get the elect. Right, you ain't gonna get none of the elect, man. Okay, you're gonna fail on your mission in keeping Jacob down. Okay, having them sell themselves over to you, man. You're gonna fail ultimately, man. You're gonna get some of us that are of the wicked of our people. Yeah, sure. Okay, but the Lord's elect you're never gonna have. Okay, you can't pluck them out of the Lord's hand. Right? They're gonna resist you and they're gonna succeed, man. Whether that means, even if it means death, right? They're gonna succeed. Okay, and Yahushua is gonna turn up, and he's gonna fuck up your day, right? Smash your kingdom to pieces. All right. Anyways, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, we're not ignorant of his plots and his schemes. Right? It's not innocent what he's doing. Oh, it's just new technology. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't seem nefarious, right? But trust me, when you're dealing with the devil, it can only be nefarious, man. It's what you say, never trust your enemy. Right? It's only nefarious means, purposes. Right? He's just consolidating his power. Revelations 13 and 6, man, because this is where this trap ends. Like I said, you're the final piece of the system that's going to be incorporated, man, and it's going to be fully functioning. Right? As soon as you take that mark, okay, you're going to be online. Right? You're going to be online, and you ain't coming off a line. You ain't coming offline. Okay, unless unless they turn it off, and then you're screwed, right? then you're effed, because now you ain't got no part of the system. You can't have access to anything. Hey, they might even just put you to death. Now you're permanently off. But everybody that needs something, that wants something, guess what? You have to be online. Being watched all the damn fucking time, being told what you can and can't do. Social credit scores and all this bullshit. Right? You're going to be controlled. Right? Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. This is a global thing that they're working on. To digitize the global economy, man. Everybody's going to be affected by this. Right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? So it's a physical thing that you're going to receive in your hand or in your forehead. Right? You look at that word charagma. It's something that's imprinted and put in, stamped in, cut into the flesh. Right? And that no man might buy or sell. Okay, they're talking about the buying and selling between countries and whatever, but that applies to you too. Okay, we're all used to tapping and getting codes and all this kind of stuff, QR codes and whatever. Well, that's all going to be a part of you now. Okay, you're going to be the part of the interface. Okay, you're going to wave your hand or go through a scanner, whatever the case may be, right? And whatever is on your whatever digital credits you got or whatever it is, right? It'll be deducted straight away. Okay, you ain't gonna worry about getting your cash out, getting your cards out, getting your phone out, or nothing like that. Kind of like, or an Amazon Go, right? You can go in there, but you got to make sure your apps, so you have your phone and stuff, right? Make sure your app's on and it's signed in and that. But you won't need to do all that, man. It'll just be, oh yeah, we recognize this chip serial number, blah 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 blah. Oh, this is connected to Mr. X, whatever. Your face, your biometric details, it's all going to be on there, And yeah, it's just going to know. The computer's always reading. All these AIs are managing it constantly. They're just waiting for you to be incorporated in it, And when this comes around, okay, that's exactly what's going to happen. Right? So that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark on the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so it's going to become a disruption, energy, all things like you're gonna be wanting. Okay, but the only way to get it is if you have one of these C hits, man. Because the ESO is not accepting cash. He ain't accepting anything else. You wanna be rolled onto that, benefit system, i.e. digital, digital handout, then you gotta have some work, man. You gotta be in the system. Having digital IDs and all that shit. Otherwise, you're gonna start with that. But that's it's gonna look. Obviously for the men of the Lord. Okay, but we also don't expect to start with that. So, we're gonna let the Lord deal with that. But for the majority of these people out here, man, that'll be the choice. Rather get on board with it, take it, or start with that. And he should put a yoke of iron upon my neck until you have destroyed it. And he's done that with. Okay, he actually put a yoke of iron up on our necks as a people, right? But now, fast forward to today, this is now like a digital one, right? With this C hit, all right? That's the New York of iron he's putting on trying to put on us. Okay, that he's gonna put on the whole world. Okay, you know, one you can't escape out of, man. You know. Let's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. I'm gonna end it on this. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. I cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Right? He's not happy with everything that he's got, which is almost damn near everything. Right? He wants total control and total control of everything. Because, you know, he wants to be like the Most High. The Most High has control over everything. Right? He wants to be God on earth. You know, these Edomites. Right? So he wants control of all resources. You as a resource, as you know, people are as resources to him, numbers in the you know, in the system. And literally he wants to control everything that you do. Where you go, what you eat, what you can and can't eat, you know, things like this. How much energy you're using. You know, they already sort of, you know, preparing you to limit how much you use, how much energy you use, how much water you use. Because the Earth's in, you know, they're putting all this fucking global warming shit out there. You know, the Earth is dying, so everyone's got to cut back. What about you, man? You're the only reason that this world is suffering like that. It's not because of the people. The people use what you provide. And Esau, you know, let's just say he ain't been the most ethical on the planet. He weren't thinking about these things, right? But now, you know, it's everybody's problem. But yeah. So he want to control all of that, man. How much you, how much children you got, how much you pop you and all that shit, man. Madness, right? But again, it's all this snare that he's been setting up, man. He ain't, you know what I mean? But he's gonna get his, man. Right, he's gonna get his. I'm gonna read on a little bit, right? So shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taught in proverb against him, say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. This world is not for him, man. This is not the everlasting kingdom. It doesn't belong to him, right? He can't have an everlasting kingdom. He's been given a time limit on his rule, and you know, unfortunately for him, it's coming to its end, man. But fortunately for us, yeah, it's falling apart right now, right in front of us. Okay, we're edging ever closer to the end. All right. So woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, heavy debt, and that heavy debt is going to play a part in this crash. Okay, one of the reasons why they're going to switch over to the digital currency, because yeah, all this fiat shit is not working out. Okay, it ain't working out because Esau's been doing bullshit with it. Okay, taking things of gold standards and all that kind of stuff, just devaluing the currency continually. And yet printing more money. Okay, going into further and further debt. Right, this place is about to crash. Okay, and it'll be the perfect time to get rid of this system and bring in this digital system, man. That's what's on the cards, you know. It says, shall they not rise up against suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. Okay, everything Esau's done is to exalt himself. Okay, that's why there's so much poor in the world. Okay, because Esau doesn't give a shit about anybody on the planet except for himself and what he can use people for. You know, that's the only reason why anyone else makes any money, because they're useful to him. Okay, but guess what? When people become less useful, well, you know, we know Esau want to create a world of robots, man, and machines to replace everybody, man, and depopulate the earth because they're eating too much food, apparently, you know. Not enough food on the planet, not enough water, not enough resources, right? Too much carbon emissions. So, you know, you can see where this would eventually go if Esau was given enough time. You know, mankind's not safe under this man. All right. So woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry at the wall, and the beam from out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. And that's all he's ever done. Like I said, none of it's his. Okay, he's stolen, murdered, right, to get in the position that he's in today. Right, so all of these plans that he's been making, eventually is going to come to naught, because the Lord is going to, put an end to it all. All right, but like I said, this is a video to, just to show people what Esau's on, and and what they're talking about, or what they're putting in place. Okay, like I said, it's just part of the cage, part of the snare that they're, forcing the people into. All right, which is going to lead into the MOTB. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom. Lord, this was edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till next time, I'll say shalom.